In this lesson, you will learn about a very important concept in project management called as the project management triangle. Every real world project of any business value will have some limitations built in automatically with it. These limitations or constraints is what a good project manager will always keep in their mind for all their decision making throughout the course of the project. As you can see in this diagram, the three most important constraints are time, cost, and scope. Time is the same as the planned schedule for the project or the time available to deliver the goods. Cost is the budget allocated, what your boss may have allocated, or how much the client is willing to pay. Scope means what is to be accomplished, that is, what needs to be developed in the project, what bells and whistles your product can have in this development iteration. These three constraints have been represented at the ends of a rigid triangle, and this triangle is called the project management triangle. The area of this triangle is the quality of the project. Now, let us see why this is so important to understand, why this concept is a critical concept for us to understand in project management. The understanding is each constraint will affect the other two. All three of the constraints are interrelated. For example, you cannot increase the scope without impacting the time and the cost. If you try to squeeze any one of these constraints, the quality will get impacted. Managing these three constraints is what the good project manager will always do. Let us see an example where the original scope has been increased in this diagram that you see on the screen or changed substantially, resulting in the project running late and over budget. Such a situation is called as a feature creep. The target has become skewed and now will require a recalibration of costs and schedule to deliver the project. In real life, almost all projects that will see any of these three constraints changing over the life of the project. With every change of one constraint, the other two will have to be recalibrated realistically. The impact on all three constraints will have to be analyzed, and the key stakeholders on the project will have to be appraised of the situation. This same concept is shown in an old joke. It is just not possible to make a project cheap, fast, and good. I am not recommending that you put this bluntly to your boss or to the customer. However, this is something that will always pop up when negotiating for time and budgets on your project. You will come across this project management triangle idea in many discussions or books on the subject. It is called by different names at different times or in different countries, but always the concept is the same. Here are some common other names which refer to the same thing: iron triangle or the triple constraint. It's also called the PM's pyramid or the time cost quality triangle. Several other limitations, such as resources, also may get added, but it will always boil down to the three fundamental constraints.